Okay, so now we're to Queen Free 85. Okay, so this is going to take up the rest of the segment because she says the way I be watching these videos with my notepad, I got a million things to ask, but these are my top 10 questions. So we're going to go one at a time. And Miss Queen Free 85, you might not like some of the answers that I'm going to give you because I can only go from my experience. And I can go from my experience as a nurse and my thoughts on some things because I don't follow everything in the surgery community. I don't believe everything that they say in the surgery community. Some of the stuff don't make sense to me. And so we will talk about this. Okay, so number one, are you comfortable sitting? I hear about not sitting for 6 weeks to 3 months. When did you start sitting down and do you use a DBL pillow? Okay, so yes, I'm very comfortable sitting. In fact, I'm sitting in this chair right now without boppy pillow. I have a boppy pillow. I got it in the DR. The boppy pillows that you get in the DR, they're like the regular boppy pillows that you buy for pregnant women, but they are not. They are thicker, they are firmer, they are created for you to sit with your butt in the hole. So don't go get a baby boppy pillow. I don't use a BBL pillow, which is like the rectangle one with the little swoops. I don't have one of those, and no. So I started sitting immediately. I started sitting with and without a boppy pillow. Not boppy pillow. Yeah, boppy pillow immediately. When you wake up from surgery in the DR, you are on your back, especially since I had a tummy tuck. You sleep on your back. They get you up, they put you in your faja, and then when you go back to the recovery house, you sleep in like either in a recliner or you sleep in the bed that folds with the adjustable beds, hospital beds, and so your butt will be here. Your boppy pillow, it'll be like underneath your thighs, so it won't be too much pressure, and your legs are elevated. But I used to rotate from side to side, side to side. And then some days I didn't want to sit on the boppy pillow because I felt like I was losing circulation. And so I would sit on my butt. I have sat on my butt from day one. From day one, with or without a boppy pillow. From day one. So I think that when people say they're not going to sit for 3 weeks or 3 months, I can't do it. But that's a decision that you make. Okay, so do I eat differently? I keep hearing the term feed the fat. This is question number 2. I keep hearing the term feed the fat. But that seems to be for us ladies that do want the booty bigger. Since you don't want yours to grow too much, or you're avoiding certain foods or the foods you recommend for those who do want it bigger. Once again, I'm only 5 weeks post-op. Okay, so when it comes to me being a nurse, the term feed the fat, I just don't believe in that. I do believe that when you feed the fat, you're not feeding your butt, you are gaining weight. And so I think that the fat stem cells, the stem cells that are going to take, I don't think they take because of what you eat. As far as feeding the fat, I think they take better when you have good circulation, because the blood supply has got to feed that area. The blood supply, you want good blood supply. So you're going to want to do things that increase your blood supply. So your oxygenation level. So not smoking, taking deep breaths, doing the oxygen chamber. I did 4 oxygen chamber treatments. I did a vitamin C drip that helps with wound healing, things like that. I think those types of things work. You're not going to want to, the things that you're going to want to eat are things that are conducive to healing. So you're not going to want to eat processed foods. You're going to want to try to eat clean and healthy. You're not going to want to eat too many, empty calories. You're going to want to eat good foods like oranges, apples, fruits, vegetables. Cook your food. Don't eat, you're not going to want to eat fast food and things like that. You're not going to want to eat a bowl of freaking ice cream every time you turn around. You're going to want to eat good foods. So when it comes to feed the fat, I personally think that's a myth. But that is my personal opinion. Could be wrong. And like I said, I have on all these foams and boards today, but now you can't see. But I wasn't trying to feed no fat, and my butt looks like it's bigger this week than it was last week, and that's the truth. And I honestly think that if you gain weight, if you get fatter, you're going to have fatter ass. Are you using anything for your incisions or scars? I'm personally scared of getting keloids or dark marks that never fade. I already deal with hyperpigmentation that takes forever to fade when I occasionally break out. So I'm thinking whole surgical cuts are going to need extra aftercare. Some people hype arnica gel. Some people use Mederma cream. Like, the options are endless. I did already speak about the things that I'm going to use for my scar. Arnica gel is for bruising. So you can like scratch the arnica gel. Arnica gel is for bruising. If you don't have a history of keloid scars, then you shouldn't have to worry about that. But if you do have a history of it, you can talk to your surgeon about it. Sometimes they can do Kenalog. I am going to be using Silogen and the rosehip oil, and just, keeping my my scar really what you call it, moisturized. Keep the scar moisturized. Then I'm gonna use the silicone to try to make sure it stays flat, and we'll go from there. I don't know how my scar is gonna look yet. Too early to tell, but so far it looks really good, which I did show in an earlier clip. Some people swear by Mederma. Some people swear by bio oil. Some people swear by Silogen. Some people say they didn't use anything, and like, so far I haven't used anything. I think it just depends on your skin. But once you're fully healed, there are different options, and for the most part, I think a dermatologist will help you with the option that is best for you. Because I don't want to tell you to do something and you do it and fuck off your skin, then you be like, well, she said do this and look what happened to me. No. Okay, so question number 5. What is your opinion on length of time to wear, overall helpfulness of the faja? This is a sore spot for me. I'll tell you in a minute. Some dolls say they only wore it 3 months and were fine. Some wore a whole year. I wish I would wear a fucking faja a whole year. Some wore it less and less over 6 months. Then the other 6 months put it on only if they noticed swelling or were about to go out and try to compress enough to carry them. Sorry. Okay. Some wore it less and less over 6 months, and then the other 6 months put it on only if they noticed swelling or were about to try to compress enough to carry them through the evening, weekend, vacation without it, so they didn't have faja lines under their outfits, etc. I've seen some doctors say they don't recommend the faja longer than 3 months because the work they did is what gives the shape and not the garment, and I'm a little confused on all that. Okay, so this is the God to honest truth. Everybody is going to have a different say on the faja. So whatever I say, take this shit with a grain of salt. The worst part of my recovery has been my battle with the faja. My doctor, my surgeon, when I was going with Dr. Mora said he wanted us in it 3 months for 22 hours a day, and then after that 3 months for 12 hours a day, and then you wouldn't need it anymore. Some women wear it for like their entire life, and I can't see myself doing it. So with the faja, it is a compression garment, and with anything that compresses, it is a form of body modification. So I think that after 3 months, me as a medical professional professional. I think that after 3 months, the faja is pretty much done what it's going to do as far as your skin re-adhering and things like that. And I am going to try to wear mine for 6 months because the doctor did say it just to help with swelling, but to stay out of it sometimes, to let my body get used to being out of it, because your body will become dependent on it. And it is normal to swell up to a year, and I've heard some people swell even after it. And I think it depends on a person. If you want to wear that faja, you wear it, and if you don't, that ain't really got a whole lot to do with me. I hate answering this question because I'm very non-compliant with my faja. I wear it. Today is the first day that I'm wearing foams and boards. Like, hold on. I have on foams and boards today. Usually, I don't wear foams and boards because it's uncomfortable. And I am not about faja life. I get hot. I sweat. It is the most uncomfortable thing that I have ever put on my body in my life. When I first would take it off, like, I'm 5 weeks now. As of tomorrow, I'll be 5 weeks. But at 3 weeks, if I took it off and I was out of it for more than 2 hours, I would swell so much that I could not get back into it. Like, I would have to get help to get into it, just on the first hook with no foams, no boards, no nothing. But then for the past 4 days, I'm 5 weeks now. For the past 4 days, I have not slept in it at night. And I have not been swelling up like I was. I've been able to put it on. And like today, I have on foams and boards in here. And this is a new stage too. So I've noticed that I don't swell like I did 2 weeks ago. My plans for my body with my faja is I plan on doing my faja for 6 months because my doctor said so. And then I plan on waist training with a steel bone corset. Hold on. So I plan on waist training with the true steel bone corset. That is my choice of body modification. And so if faja is your choice of body modification, then go ahead and go with it. A lot of women, they can't tolerate the faja and they compress with the waist trainers, the latex waist trainers, and they put foams and pads and boards. And everybody has a different experience with it. So that one is like a catch-20. So sorry if I didn't answer it the way that you wanted me to, but it's too much controversy and it's too many different opinions on that one. And just like the sitting one, I can only tell you my experience. I can't tell you, okay, well, this is going to work and this is not. And basically, that's what it is. It's everybody's experience. And some people take their experience and they claim it as law, and that's not law. I completely skipped question number 4. What is your opinion on total recovery time? You've mentioned this is a major trauma to the body. You should take it lightly. Plus, as a nurse, I think you have to have a deeper understanding. I hear some say you only got 3 months to train your body and train your body how it's going to go. If you mess up in the first 3 months, you're going to need around 2. Others say 6 months. Some say it's 1 year, etc. I don't know. Recovery to me is when your body is back to normal. I'm only 5 weeks in, so I can't answer that question. A girl who had her surgery like a few days after me, she's already back at work. I go back to work this weekend. So I did a little poll and I got everywhere from 3 months to 6 months. 3 to 6 months has been the basic recovery time. As far as a round 2, I'm not getting a round 2. And I might be the wrong one you're talking to because I do want a natural result. And there's no round 2 for me. I don't want a vixen body. I don't want a real exaggerated body. So I may not be the right one to ask these questions. Because number 1, I'm still going through it. And number 2, some of it doesn't pertain to me. So it's like, I can't, I don't know what to say. Okay. Number 6, what is your input on waist training, exercising post-surgery, and when to start it? I need my waist as small as possible, but I don't want to squish anything too much because I can't feel that I'm doing that. Like you said, that skin is not my skin feeling, or the numbness, itching. Baby, I'm not even gonna read all this. You will be able to tell when you can move around and stuff. Your body is gonna let you know. Like right now, I'm 5 weeks post-op. I can't exercise. I might can walk, but I still get winded walking from my house to the mailbox. And so your body will most definitely let you know when you can do that. And for each person, it's different. Like, for instance, I was walking and going up and down stairs day one. I was up and about and walking up and down stairs and around the recovery house, and I ate in the dining room, and I walked back up and I went back down and I made videos and everything day one post-op. But my surgery sister, she couldn't do anything for herself for the first few days, and she was trying really hard, but it just wasn't possible. So all of this, I know it's like every person is different, but it is the truth. Every person is different. Every situation is different. The amount of lipo that you get will also determine these things and how well you bounce back from that lipo. Okay, have you gone back to work? When you recommend going back to work and working in hospitals, desk job? Okay, so you're only getting a BBL, right? But let me tell you something. My tummy tuck doesn't cause me any problems. If I was recovering from my tummy tuck, I would have gone back to work like 3 weeks ago. I could have gone back to work week 2 after my tummy tuck, or week 3 after my tummy tuck. It's the lipo that I'm recovering from. And so if you think that you're going to go back in 2 weeks, not if you get aggressive lipo. The lipo is why you have to wear the faja. The lipo is why you have all of the fluid and the swelling. The lipo is why you have to get massages. The lipo will give you fibrosis or seroma. It's the lipo that you're recovering from. The lipo is the hardest part of this journey. It's the lipo. It's not the tummy tuck. My cuts are good. I'm very good with my cuts. It's the lipo. I still have bruising from the lipo. I still have soreness from the lipo. I still have stiffness from the lipo. I still hurt from the lipo. It's the lipo. So I don't know why everybody thinks it's the tummy tuck. It's not the tummy tuck. It's the lipo. Don't underestimate. Do not underestimate the recovery from the lipo. And that's going to be individualized also. Okay, so question number 9. Would you recommend self-massage for post-op or a professional? I see girls buying self-massages off of Amazon that look expensive and vibrate and all, or is it just a cheaper, long, straight stick looking ones that say it's fine and cheaper? I have both. I have a cavitation machine, and it is the 40 kilohertz cavitation machine, and it has like the different attachments, and it was a little bit expensive. I have a massage table in my room. I don't record in my room. That's our sacred space. But my husband does my massages. I have taught him how to do my massages, but I also go get professional massages. And I will tell you right now, the massages that my husband does at home are better than my professional massages, in my opinion. However, I live in a really small rural area, and there's not many places that I can go to get massages. And so the professional massages that I get, she does more of a light touch. Like she rubs and she does a light touch. Whereas when my husband does his massages, I taught him how to do them like my masseuse in the Dominican Republic did. And so he's more aggressive. He's more trying to move the fluid. and trying to get, get that fibrosis out. So he's a little bit more aggressive with it. If you live in a space, in a place where they have really good massagers, they have really good masseuse, get you some professional massages, and then you can do them at home in between. But yeah, you're gonna need both. You're gonna need both, especially if you plan on getting a whole lot of lipo. You're gonna need both. Start this one over. Do you think aftercare is possible alone? Like, I'm single and I don't live with any roommates or anything, so my concern is getting in and out of the faja for bathing, bathroom, like you said, reaching, bending to get things, especially if they fall past grabber stick range. We'll be definitely buying one, so thanks for the suggestion. Or standing up, why did it go away again? Standing up long enough to cook by myself versus the extra cost time off work of staying longer in a recovery house. Let me think about this. I stayed longer in the recovery house because I wanted to make sure that I was okay before I came home. Taking care of yourself post-op is very challenging. It is very challenging, but girls do it all the time. Girls do it all the time. I think it is possible because, like I said, girls do it all the time. Is it fun? Will it be easy? No. No, it won't be easy because you do have a lot of limitations. And so, but girls do it all the time. So I think that you'll be fine. Just make sure that you have your massages and everything booked when you get, booked for when you come back home. Because honestly, your masseuse is going to be the one to probably help you with those things. And this is the thing. If you have your faja, you'll be able to get into it by yourself. You might not be able to put all the foams and boards in by yourself at first, but you will be able to get into the faja by yourself, even if you can only use pads, even if it takes you 20 or 30 minutes. This morning, putting all this on, because like I have all the foams and boards in. It took me about 20 minutes. It took me about 20 minutes to get into this with all the foams and boards. And I had to lay on the bed and I had to rest. Like I could hook two, then I would have to rest. Then I would hook one, then I would have to rest. Then I have to catch my breath. Then I would have to hook another one, then I would have to rest. But I did get in it by myself. It takes a lot of willpower and takes, some time. But it is possible. So I will say this: don't overthink everything. Take things with a grain of salt, and so stay healthy. So I think that is going to be it. This video is extremely long, so I will be editing it. So this is probably going to be the part 2 that you see. All right, y'all. So I will talk to you guys later.